Hey guys, welcome to yet another Red Gaming Tech video featuring yet another first impressions. This time we're going to be taking a look at Fallen Earth, which is a free-to-play MMO which is set in the post-apocalyptic future apparently. Now, a few notes before I get started. The game does work fine with alt-tabbing, and quite interestingly, at least for me, it kind of defaulted to be in windowed mode at the start, which was kind of interesting. Not many games do that. A few other notes. The patching on this game is quite irritating. When you first launch it, goes through this cycle regardless, where it's basically collating data, basically. But I'm not going to judge the game yet. It's just started after all, and I've just started it in the character creation thing. As you can see, I'm this weird-looking dude with jeans and a kind of dirty-looking shirt. Let's have a look. Have a look at the female model. I always prefer to look at the female models for one particular reason. You can generally see better model detail in the women because their features are more softer. So you can generally speaking get a better idea, at least in my opinion, on the level of detail and the curvature of the models. Now, one slight little hiccup I did have is that apparently you cannot enable anti-aliasing along with advanced post-FX, I believe it was called, under the options. Now, the game does actually mention that you can, on some graphics card, force this by doing so in your card's control panel. I haven't bothered to do so yet. I just figured this is the first time I've launched a game. I don't want it to crash. So, we'll see what happens. So, anyway, let's have a quick look, see what happens. We can apparently age a character. And holy crap, that actually really does age. Quite nice. We could choose head, skin colour. Not exactly a ton of options there. Well, actually, not bad, not bad. Fair enough. It made more of a difference than I thought. Eyeshadow, lip colour, lipstick. We could even choose the colour of it, interestingly. Well, my name is Crimson, so there we go. Eyeshadow, I don't think we're going to quite get to that level. Piercings, tattoos, paint, blah 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 blah. I don't see any hair. Oh, there we go, hair colour. There's quite a few options apparently. I don't think we're going to go with that, however. Let's go for something that looks kind of interesting. I don't see anything I particularly am liking yet. No, I don't think the dreadlock is my quite. The bald look doesn't. That looks like a fashion model, I'm sorry. As does that. I don't really like the female hair, if I am honest. I think that's slightly sensible. But when's sensible ever been helpful? Let's go with that, and we'll go with something that's a bit interesting. We'll go with something like. I think something like that should do the trick. So, body selection, body type, piercings. Don't really understand the point of that sort of thing. Arms, blah blah blah. Shirt. We can have different types of shirt apparently. I mean, that looks like the Ripley look, to be honest. I figure let's go with something that looks slightly sensible. I figure that's sensible. If we're going to go into a post-apocalyptic wasteland, we definitely need some sensible clothing, and holy crap, let's change those. Okay, that's just a cool tattoo, so we'll leave that on. Shoes. I think we're done enough with this, to be honest. I think we've kind of destroyed it. I'm not really looking at this as a main character. We'll enter a name. I'll go with. Hopefully it's taken. And it's not. Awesome. We'll play. I'm assuming. Loading UI, and we are loading. At the moment I'm getting 30 frames a second, although it's suddenly jumped to 60, so it doesn't look like it is locked at 30, which is a great thing. Upgrade now. So the first thing it basically whines about is that you want to be told to upgrade, which is not exactly the first impressions I'm kind of really want to see. But never mind, it's early. I've just woken in what looks like some kind of cryo tube, and apparently I can move by using WASD. Of course, I'm starting in first person mode, and I can also jump, and holy crap, you can jump high. Move into the larger room is apparently the first goal. Press Y or a mouse button to activate. Computer terminal, kill the drone's sector, toggle combat mode by pressing tab or the middle mouse button. Use the left and right mouse buttons to attack, it says. This is one of the oddest starters I think I've had in the game. Weirdly, you can only turn, it seems, when you're holding the right mouse button, like this. This is definitely a weird start. I have no idea if I'm particularly going the right way. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. But we'll have a quick explore first. I suppose there's a run. Holy crap, that chat is absolutely massive. I'm only running in 720p, which is probably not really helping. There we go. That's somewhat better. I'd rather not have chat the size of, you know, well, it's quite a nice walking animation though, I will say. Come to the computer terminal, fair enough.
We don't have much time, so I need you to listen to me. On the next computer, there's a region pod control terminal. Activate it.
The other bank of computers has a computer terminal just like this one. Move to the computer and accept. Track this mission. Interesting. So we go back to
Good
here.
work. That'll keep the cloning cycle going. Now, I need you to come get me. I'm on the other side of the Hoover Dam. There's a battle going on, but I'll try to get you through it. I hacked my workstation to get access to
Alright, let's just do this, please. One thing I will say is I do quite like the fact there is voice acting all the way through.
Any unauthorized personnel outside of the living quarters will be shot on sight. Thank you.
Apparently I'll be shot on sight as I'm not
That's
authorized.
Arrow Sai, Master's second in command. Believe me, she means what she says about killing
Let's
you.
have a good look. No secrets here. And no secrets there. Fair enough. Wondered if there'd be any chests or something. It plays very much like WoW. You can even hold both mouse buttons to run. Which is quite interesting. And not exactly neat. I'm wondering if that door's open now. Because it was not a few moments ago. Apparently, yep.
You need to find a weapon. Ugh. Well, that axe might work.
Axe. Okay. Click on the corpse to get an axe. Which corpse? There's a million of them. There's actually a million corpses. And in this area where I am, it does not let you pick up any of them. I do not understand. Ah, I see. I already had it.
Those White Crow are pinned down right where you need to go. You have to take them out.
So, equip the axe, that's done. So if we press this... Okay. This is odd. Graphically... Okay, I keep forgetting about that. Graphically it's quite nice. I mean, this is maxed out and it's running fairly well on my
Hey,
system.
over here. Before the guards
Hi.
got you.
Apparently, no, you can't just draw here.
You're still making clones, huh? I hope you're not itchy. I'm out of ammo, but those mercenaries up there don't know that. I'm out of ammo, but you shouldn't have any trouble. And if you do...
Well, you're just the most unhelpful person ever. Congratulations.
Engaging target.
So far, combat's not exactly going well with this axe. Barely.
Nicely done. See if you can find a key on one of the guards.
I love how she's just sitting there chilling though. That's just awesome. Heavy pipes. Yeah, there's some crap on this guy.
Go through the door and down the hall. There's one of Master's men standing guard in the next room.
What about my health? Since I have no medikits or anything, and that really needs to go away. Come back if I need help. Yeah. So anyway, I'm assuming that was a lag spike.
Code 346.
He got what he deserved. Now, before you leave, try to find a rifle on one of the corpses in here. I wouldn't want you to bring an axe to a gunfight.
Basic slug thrower, apparently, along with an absolute crap ton of ammunition. I have the slug thrower. Okay, what have we got then? Basic slug thrower. Plenty of ammo. So C crouches, which is quite interesting. How the hell are you supposed to use the weapon is beyond me at the moment. Press Control 2 to switch to select file. Control 1. Oh, I see. Now if we right click, does that zoom? It does. Interesting. Okay, now the game's getting very different. Let's see. So I'm assuming... Okay. And we reload regularly. There's an ugly ass gun, but you can't really expect it to look lovely. Okay. Let's see. Let's go through the door.
Now you're headed for the medical bay. It's where they operate on clones. Be careful.
Quite interesting that you can switch weapons
All units, report to the
so
command center.
easily. Although her running speed is a bit trash, to be honest. There's the aim mode, blah 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 blah. Head to the next room. So far initial impressions are, this game's kind of weird. It's certainly not World of Warcraft, or say Knights of the Old Republic, but then, well, you didn't really expect it to be, right? Now as a free-to-play model, of course they'll be selling you various upgrades and so on for equipment, and as you saw at the very start of the game, the first thing it wanted you to do is upgrade, which is fair enough. Ow, they're shooting me, which is highly unpleasant. I'm not sure if certain... apparently if you shoot them in the head it does indeed do more damage, which is nice.
Snipers! Holy shit! Take cover!
Holy shit, snipers! I love how they say that as I've been sniping people in the back of the head. Let's see. Not really being so successful at this range with this gun. I'm assuming I just don't have the range. Let's just hope I'm not shot to shit on the way there. Ow, such as that, for example. Is there anything here? Apparently no. And I'll just be sitting there chilling apparently. Fair enough. Not exactly helpful. Couple of good headshots.
But with all the fighting going on, you're going to need some med kits. The light bearers are experts in healing, so I bet they can help you.
Ah, so now they're willing to help me. That's helpful. You're
Many
welcome. I
thanks
need
for
medical
helping us.
supplies.
We came to
Great.
save.
You'll receive a stack of medical supplies. Except.
Bastards will be avenged! But Soda and their allies will pay!
Many thanks for helping
Kill
us.
them!
We came to save these mutants from.
It's quite interesting how you can actually switch to frame opacity and stuff like that. That's quite nice. And apparently that's a medkit, but you're not. Not. It's the next room. Escape. Blah blah blah. One thing I'm not really liking is the movement speed. It's so slow. It's kind of irritating. But never mind, we'll just continue on. First impressions of the game is, to be honest, though it's free to play, I'm not particularly loving it. It's not a terrible game or anything, it's just, it definitely has some problems.
Don't shoot! I need your help.
Okay, well, you need my help, huh?
These guys look like enforcers. I think you can trust them.
Uh-huh. Unfortunately, you can't shoot him in the head, which was my initial thought. It's extremely annoying, actually, to have to keep switching
Do you have any
modes.
medkits? The white girl could be back any second. Shit. We've got hostiles incoming. I need your help to fight them off.
So I have to switch modes again. That's kind of an irritating. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It is just something maybe you get used to. Ow. No. You can't shoot them in the back of the skull, which I feel is the better option. Go up the hall, turn left at the intersection and go into the next room. Fair enough. We'll quickly switch to the non-shoot mode.
Citizens, the dam will not fall. Prepare to die with honor.
Interesting.
Arrow Sai's got a bomb in the motor pool. I'll run things from here, but you have to disarm that bomb. Otherwise, everyone in the dam is dead.
One thing that is quite nice is the amount of narration in the game. The voice acting is actually not terrible quality considering. Ah, blast it, I'm on the wrong mode again. Oh crap. Cursed weapon. There we go, shoot him in the shoulder a few times.
Damn it. Oh, hell, they're coming in. Listen, Clone, I got those two, but there's more coming. You...
Okay, I'm not quite sure what that did, but fair enough. Let's see. Oh, you don't have to actually switch to open the doors. Okay, fair enough. Music quality is actually not bad in the game either as well, which is quite nice.
Hey, over here! Never thought I'd... Well... The bomb's right below us. I'll lead you to it.
Oh, great. I'm going to be defusing a bomb. Interesting. I feel it's probably best to reload.
The bomb's right there in the ATV. See those barrels? They're full of toxic waste. Now take a look at the ceiling. See that? This room pumps air to most of the dam. If those barrels break open, everyone in the dam is dead. You've got... I'm not a clone. If I jump down there, I'd break my legs. If I somehow crawled to the ATV and drove...
Go down the stairs, get to the ATV, and drive the ATV down the hallway. Okay. So basically we cannot shoot these barrels under any circumstances.
Ah, shit! Underdwellers!
Oh, that's not good. That is not good. I kind of feel that that's not fair. If you would be kind enough to not try and slice me, I'll just be going behind you guys like that.
Good job. Now get on that ATV and drive it into the vault.
At some point,
Have fun.
I'm sure he's saying have fun is in a sarcastic manner. Ah, there we are. Okay, your mouse doesn't do anything, it's basically wires to steer, which is unique. I do quite like the music on this part, however, it's very actiony. Goal complete. Drive the vehicle into the vault and its loading area. Carrier lost, apparently.
Welcome to LifeNet, a product of Global Tech. If you're seeing this, you are dead. But don't worry, with LifeNet, death is just a minor setback. You may be feeling confused, disoriented, or even a little scared. It's understandable. You just had your vigorous, happy life interrupted by...
explosion.
Please, accept our condolences. But no more dwelling on the past. Right now, LifeNet is reconstructing your body. Thanks to our patent, fitness will...
The humour is kind of similar to, say, Fallout series. And basically I would assume they pretty much wanted to turn this into an MMO version of Fallout. In some ways they've actually managed it. The game definitely feels Fallout in a way in terms of the atmosphere. But they've kind of missed the boat in some areas to me. It's not a bad game, obviously.
Can you hear me?
Clone, can you hear me?
Winters. Your stunt with the ATV
And I will say, to be fair, there is a lot of work done to it. There's a lot of voice acting.
Even so, the battle took its toll. The dam fell to the Chota. The Chota got revenge on Alec Masters, but not before he added one last entry to his list of sins. Masters destroyed the LifeNet core, the mainframe for all the cloning chambers.
I feel we've had enough of that. So, the one thing I will say is I do quite like the quality of all the voice acting. The story is probably going to be quite deep at a guess. I do quite like the fact that you can pretty much play the whole game as first person. But I do feel the controls are a little bit clunky, especially the UI. But that may be something you get around and get used to. I would like to actually get out into the Wild West, so to speak, and see what the actual location looks like. Choose one of the following towns and I'll send you there. Ah, I speak of the devil. Let's go with that one. Escape from the Hoover Dam. Something's happening. Apparently I'm loading area. Okay, I am now with a lot of people, it looks like.
Glad you're here. True story. I didn't make that up.
I'm assuming all of these guys are players. That's just a feeling I have. Let's see. It's nice you can actually walk through people, which is pretty standard in the games now, but bears noting a few do not. And wow, what is it with the lag? Very low FPS. Ah, we're actually going outside. Okay, my immediate thoughts are the graphics on the outside models are not as detailed as I hoped. They're not poor by any means, but they definitely are a few generations behind. I suppose it is free to play. I just want to have a quick look around. The Sky Dome is very nice, and I do quite like some of it. The lack of anti-aliasing is obviously not helping, but considering I'm only getting, well, a low frames per second actually, I'm getting just over mid-30s, and just how this game looks, that's not really acceptable. I'm not quite sure why my frames per second are so low. I don't even have anti-aliasing or whatever enabled, and I'm able to get far higher on, say, Fallout. Obviously, though, there is a lot of players, and there also seems to be quite a bit of lag. Maybe it's just the time of the day I'm on. There does seem to be, however, quite a lot of players on at this time of the day, but as you can see, there is quite a lot of lag. My initial thoughts are the game's probably pretty good. I don't feel it's one of the best games I've ever played by any stretch of the imagination. It does have its faults, but considering the game is effectively free, you can't really fault it all that much. The fact that, of course, there are going to be some areas and some parts that are obviously inaccessible unless you're willing to pay cash is standard for the free-to-play model, and once again, I'm not going to fault the game for that or its developers. My initial thoughts are that Fallen Earth is pretty good, and since it's free-to-play, you can't really go wrong with checking it out. For some reason, however, while I'm outside, one of the reasons I'm moving around is that the game does experience some, at least on my system, some interesting bugs with the controls. The game, I'm assuming, is pretty much predicting where I want to go, and for some reason I'm getting, say, mouse lag when I'm trying to turn, and I'm also experiencing the same with movement. So, for example, when I'm trying to switch directions real fast, it doesn't quite like me to do that. And, for example, all that time I was trying to turn my mouse, and again, I was trying to turn the mouse. That could hamper your experience. It is for me, and it's one of the reasons I probably will not continue playing the game. But as I've said, make of that as you will. I'm obviously in a fairly large area at the moment, and in the vaults and so on, it's not quite as big of a deal. So, with all of that said, I feel I've kind of showed you at least roughly what the game's like, despite a little bit of derping on my part on a few areas. But my overall thoughts are the game's not bad. The lag is pretty awful. At least on the server I was put on, I don't know. I don't believe, get to choose a server. I'm obviously in Europe, so maybe it just automatically selects that for you. But anyway, I feel you guys have gotten a rough idea by now, so hopefully you'll have an idea of whether you like it or not, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye and take care.